There are a lot of options for beating Archdemon Mercedes this week, but I'm running a little low on gold and I'm out of re-gear tickets, so I'm only going to demo one of them, and I'll try to explain some of the other options as we go along. The best cheese team right now, in my opinion, is Conqueror Lilius. Build her as fast as you can. I like running her on Border Coin, but you could use Nostalgic Music Box for a little bit of extra healing potential and survivability. Coin, though, has a massive boost to her speed. Charles gives us the Knight bonus, and also has the passive that lets you dual attack, allowing us to stack up a lot of damage. Cruel Mischief is probably the best artifact for damage, and uses EE that gives an extra 10% chance for smash to proc. If you don't have Cruel Mischief, then just use Symbol of Unity as a good replacement for damage. This team relies on a lot of RNG. First and foremost, Mercedes can stun with her opening attack, like this. If it happens, restart. Keep restarting until she doesn't stun. A little bit annoying, but eventually you don't get stunned and you can move forward. Use Lilius's S3 to get the Vigor bonus up and running. And I'm going to save the S2 because I want to make sure it's present inside of the phase. I S1, and luckily I get the proc off here. This allows me to enter the break phase a little bit faster. Otherwise, it just would have been a second hit. Now I can establish the provoke. You need to have either provoke, reverse provoke, or I believe silence to get the bonus points. Lilius makes this extra easy. I go ahead and S3 Charles for an attack buff. Now I've got maximum damage potential, and it's all a matter of hoping that these 25% dual attacks or extra attacks happen on his S1. Very brain dead comp at this point. Other alternatives for this team, you could replace Conqueror Lilius with plain old Red Lilius. Little harder to build speed, but she has the same provoke passive as her S2 and the same dual attack passive with her S1. Lilius also has a cleanse and pushback on her S3, which can help especially in the transition phase. Now, Red Lilius is slower, substantially slower without the access of Border Coin, so you'll want to run her with a little bit of sustain. Higher health will help, but also artifacts like Justice for All, which can proc continuous healing, as well as barriers and other sustainability buffs, or you could also run her with Nostalgic Music Box, which can help her as well as the secondary unit. Now, the other nice thing about Fire Lilius is she gives the Knight's bonus passive to the team. It's not that Knights do more damage here, it's that having a Knight on the team makes everybody do more damage. So your damage dealer can really be anybody. You can use Malim, you can use Green Sid, you could use Violet, you could use my personal favorite, Fire Sirmia. But really Malim or Violet might be the best way to go, considering they have built-in self-sustain. They can heal themselves throughout the fight. And Malim also gives herself attack buff when she S1s, and the Dragon Buster is some nice extra damage as well. Really, any of these options would work. As long as they get you to the 9 million score point mark, you'll be able to complete Dagger Sicar pretty easily. I say easily, but this transition phase is a giant pain in the butt. There's a lot of RNG involved, especially with the debuffs, and trying to burst down Meru in time to get to the second break phase. And just like with phase 1, as long as you enter the break phase with Lilius or Conqueror Lilius's provoke skill ready, stick the provoke for the bonus damage, and now you want to rely on double hits. Unfortunately, I think this was my Charles's only double hit. The first break phase went incredibly well for me. The second one, not so much. I ended up with a score a couple million lower than I had wished for, but it was still a very respectable score all in all. I think regardless of what team you put together, whether you use Lilius or Conqueror Lilius, whether you use Charles or Sid or Malim or Sirmia, as long as you get to the second break phase, you should hit 9 million pretty easily. I do think it might be possible to clear this stage, especially if you have Nostalgic Music Box on Lilius for the chance to proc heals during the break phase. you might be able to rack up enough defensive points to get through, but the way I built it, chances are as soon as I exit this break phase, Meru's going to pop off, do a whole bunch of damage, the ads will boost up, and it's probably going to be over pretty quickly. Oh, well, right off the bat I got a strip, and that opens me up for some dual attacks. I'm going to go ahead and stick the provoke. Hopefully this pushes Mercedes back a little bit. And I should... oh, wait, nope. That stupid ad is going to cleanse and put immunity on everybody, and that's going to end this run. Oh well, like I said, very unlikely you're going to clear, full clear this mission, but still, 11.5 million, maybe 11.6 by the time we're done here, is a very, very good score, especially when you only need 9 million. Now, if you don't have either of the Lilius units, you're probably going to have to look at a 4-man team. Something like Kitty Clarissa, Sigelica, Tamarin, and a DPS unit. That would probably still climb you all the way up to the 9 million mark, though you're fighting a little bit more RNG along the way. Hopefully this video helps you complete your Dagger Sicar run this time around and get you those extra mola. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Oh yeah, like and subscribe.